Hey there, disc golfers. We have the moment that you guys have been asking for since, what do you say, Wes? The creation of the channel. This has probably been our most asked question is, when will you have McBeast on here for an interview? And today is that day. Of course, along with me, you can see that's going to be Wes, captain of the Underground team, and the guy right over here, Paul McBeth, four-time world champion. And he's got the time to come on here and ask or answer some questions that we've got for you. And we have a specially selected community question at the end. So, what's up, Wes?
Oh my God, Pat, I'm so excited. I feel like when we started the channel, we jokingly were like, what if one day we have Paul on for an interview? And here we got him. So this is super exciting.
This is happening. Paul, how are you, man?
Doing great. I'm excited to be here. I've actually watched most of your interviews. I mean, they're a lot of fun to watch. Yeah. So I know what you guys are gonna do.
Nice.
You didn't know I was gonna blush.
We'll jump right in with our first question then. Kind of looking back on things, are you having a little bit of time to reflect? Are you still kind of surprised that the deal with Discraft worked out, kind of as well as it has? It seems like it's been a really great start to the relationship for both of you guys. And so with a little bit of time to reflect back, what are your thoughts a little bit more now?
Well, I'm really surprised at how smooth it's gone and how smooth everything's been and how welcoming Discraft has been, not just as the community of fans and players, but the company itself, meeting everyone and like the excitement there was incredible. So that was really surprising, but I'm not surprised that, a deal like this happened. I thought, it was only a matter of time, and I'm glad I was, this is what I've worked for my whole disc golf career, is to be in this position doing these kinds of things. So I wasn't surprised that it happened. I wasn't surprised that it was Discraft. In my eyes, it was either going to be Innova or Discraft with making a big deal like this. So it's been pleasantly surprising with how smooth it's been.
Nice.
Okay. So your first run Signature Series discs came out. The design, might I add, is pretty awesome. So can you kind of explain possibly where that design came from, and then obviously the first run stamp, and maybe a little secret on how many of these were made for the buzzes?
Yeah, so like the design, Bob, Julio, and we've been talking back and forth, and it represents McBeast, the nickname and all that, and just what I've established the last few years of playing. So it's the four streaks represent the claw marks of the McBeast, and each one is a world title. So they represent that, but we went over and over on how to make this look good. They were a lot smaller. The whole logo was different on all sorts of things. And then he one time it was just like it clicked to him. He's like, I know how to make this look perfect. Yeah, and then so that's the final result of all that. And he was the designer of it, as far as I know. Yeah. So what was the other part of that question? Oh, how many are there?
Yeah, how many?
I don't think I can say how many there are, but it's.
We tried, Wes.
We tried.
We tried.
It's a lot of people I found.
So there's been some funny kind of fan theories around the stamp too. The 4 world titles, and then Discraft kind of being in a plus symbol. Like 4 plus Discraft could equal 5.
Like another tally mark. Yeah.
Yeah. And any truth to that behind the design?
Not as far as I know, but it'd be an easy transition.
Yeah.
So just a convenient mishap. Just kind of like, people are like, oh, the McBeast can be 5, or the S can be a 5, the A is a 4, and all that stuff. So it just happens that way.
Yeah, that was kind of a fun little fan theory. So let's kind of talk a little bit more about your Jomez video series. Obviously, you see those guys a lot on the road at tournaments, filming cards and stuff, and you guys are kind of pals. And they've kind of had a big off season too for different media reasons. But how did the idea for the building the bag kind of start? Whose idea was it, and how much did you enjoy it?
It was a lot of fun to film. I don't know whose idea it fully was. I think because we were filming some stuff with Brody Smith, and then I think it was right around that time that this whole Discraft stuff was going on with the signing and working out the deal. So they had some inside knowledge on that. So I don't know exactly whose idea it was, but I would guess Discraft's. And then it was a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I forgot the other part of that question. The end of it.
That was most of it. Whose idea? You know, how much fun was it? I mean, I know as viewers, it was a lot of fun for us to get to see you testing out some new plastic and just seeing how it flew for you.
Yeah. I mean, some of them I threw for the first time on that. Some of them I knew, like I'd thrown, prior to that, and then some of them I knew about. So it was fun to try some and just be surprised. But yeah, it was a lot of fun because it was with Jomez, and then I was in Texas, so I was out of state on a trip filming some other stuff as well. So it was busy, but I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I guess.
No, you're no big deal at all. So while you were in Texas filming and doing this stuff, you obviously did your mid-range videos and your other ones. One thing that we really got a lot of questions about in our videos was there was no Meteor, there was no Glide, and you kind of just barely touched base on a little bit of the comment, just talking about it being, just an MJ favorite. So can you tell us a little bit about those mid decisions?
Yeah, so before I filmed those videos, I had already gotten a big size box from Discraft on what to try out and just kind of things I didn't know about. And, obviously I knew how the buzz was and the loss and the key Discraft disc. And then they sent me some of that stuff, and I tried it out. And some of them, just the feel in my hand, I was like, okay, there's no way, this isn't comfortable. I'm not gonna like it. Like the Meteor, which I know a lot of people like the Meteor. It feels comfortable in the hand. Just the way I hold a disc, it doesn't feel right. So it would be hard to trust it and get it to be comfortable for me. So that one was out because of that, and then some other ones I just knew weren't going to make the bag after throwing them and trying them. So I felt like it was kind of a waste to put it there in my bag and show that I'm trying this off because I wasn't really trying it too much. So most of the discs that were in the bag, I was actually trying out at the time. So it wasn't. I know a lot of people were saying that, oh, it's just a Discraft commercial and things like that. Like, no, these were legitimately the discs I was trying to work and see how it goes.
Okay, that's awesome. Awesome to hear. I tried the Comet for a while. Again, I didn't like the feel, but I tried to make myself throw it because everybody loved it, and it hurt me more than it helped me. So, good decisions there.
Yeah. We got a couple, at least 2 giveaways too, Pat. You want to do the first one?
Yeah. Actually, one disc that you had talked about, was it in the Fairway Drivers or the Midrange video? I think it might have been Fairway Drivers.
Yeah, it was Drivers video.
Was the zombie. And people were actually quite surprised that you liked throwing it. So we would like to give one away.
Comment down below which Pro Tour stop you would like to see Paul at the most.
I like it. Which Pro Tour stop you would like to see Paul at the most. Comment down below. Wes is going to go through and pick out the giveaways because he has been awesome at doing that. So if you see him comment there, you know why. So we've got that we're going to be giving away. And we've got one more giveaway that we'll do here in just a few more questions. So comment down below.
So we'll kind of jump over to the putter video, which was a little bit more recent. And it kind of seemed like in the video, sort of like you said with the mids, you kind of had an idea of what you were looking for in your putters, kind of from hand feel and sort of what you knew about the discs. So maybe talk just a little bit more about the putter video and kind of what your mindset was going into that one.
Yeah, the putter video was a little bit harder. There's not much you can do besides throw them in an open field like that,
Yeah.
And then the putting, I didn't really putt them, as you can tell. They're more, putters are just the feel in the hand.
Yeah.
So I was trying out a lot of putters here at my house before leaving for Texas. So I had a really good feel on which ones, how they flew, which ones I liked, what would be interesting to throw, like throwing the Challenger SS. Everyone I threw was just so overstable. So I was like, this one has to go in, even if I'm not going to putt with it. Like, kind of have to show off that uniqueness. But unfortunately, when we filmed that, we filmed all 3 of them in November. I think right before Thanksgiving or right after. And we were planning on releasing them all before the end of the year. But Innova stepped in and stopped everything because I was still under contract with them, even though I thought it was done. You know, the way that they made the announcement, how things were, I thought it was done. So we did all that, and then they put their foot down and said, "Don't do anything else, or else." So that's why it took so long to get the other two out.
That makes sense. Did you the one disc? I know Patrick and I were surprised about that. Didn't make the video was the Ringer GT. Is that one that you kind of tested out and just had decided you didn't really like?
I didn't even get one actually. I didn't get the Ringer or anything like that. The thinner profile. As far as putters, it was pretty obvious. You know, kind of the style that I liked. You know, more like I think the Roach and the Challenger and the Focus were the three that I knew the most, and the Magnet I threw a long time ago. So I've known those for a long time. And it's hard for putter molds to change. Once you get comfortable with something, it's like you kind of have that type of feel your whole life. So the Ringer with the thin profile, and same with the Banger. There's no way I could get used to that dumb thing that people do. So,
gotcha.
Yeah.
I think the biggest question that we've seen following the putter video was, what are you gonna putt with? Is it gonna be the Lunas or is it gonna be Roaches?
I mean, I know what I'm gonna putt with. I just don't know if I should say it because if I do it in the bag, this might ruin that a little bit. But
all right. Well, we can hold that one out for a little suspense for some in the bag.
we will not know the answer yet.
We'll save that one. What was that?
But comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. #Luna, #Roach. We'll keep this going. And stay tuned for his in the bag where he will have the answer to that question. So with that being said, where are we at right now? Or do we have the bag built? Or are you still kind of working on a couple other things? Or
I think there's just one disc, well maybe two disc slots that I'm in between discs right now. Well, actually three of them that I'm right in between. It's just either this one or that one. So I'm still trying to figure that out. But you guys know 4 of them already. Five discs that are in my bag already.
Yeah.
But now it's just trying to. There's two molds that are competing for a few slots.
Okay.
Is one of them the Zombie?
One of them the Zombie? No, not right now.
No.
not right now on the Zombie. So I'm guessing we'll see you're in the bag. Are we going to be seeing that before the Wintertime Open? Or
I'm not sure. I think because it'll most likely be with Jomez. And if it is, I don't think they'll be in California. I don't think that'll be done until Vegas. So if we do it in Vegas, then they will probably have it out by a moment. They're pretty quick on that turnaround, or can be.
Nice.
Okay, awesome.
So your 2019 tour, obviously highly anticipated here. What's your 2019 tour kind of shaping up? Do you know kind of where you'll be? And then are you going to have an RV on the road this year, be flying around?
So it's going to be pretty busy. Hannah and I and our dog will be on the road for a majority of it in an RV. So a big Discraft wrap RV.
Sweet.
Yeah, Hannah's with Innova. She's not with Discraft, so I don't want that being spread out there. But we'll be traveling in an RV and pretty busy. We'll be flying to some, obviously, like the West Coast ones. Usually west of Texas is pretty hard to take an RV. It's just, those states are so big and everything's so far. So we'll be flying to those on the West Coast. But then everything east of that will pretty much be in an RV. So.
Nice. Do you have any overseas tournaments that you're going to?
Yeah, I need to sign up for the European Open. Going to that one for sure. But I'm also talking to Discraft about going to Estonia as well. I know they have a presence there. So it'd be good to spread it more. But I mean, I want to go international more. I was actually watching some McBeast Diaries yesterday or a day or two ago, and just seeing something from Australia and then more overseas. And I was like, man, I miss going over there. It's fun because it's like you don't know what's around the corner. You don't know. The experience is always so new. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right, so Wes has a giveaway for us before we get to our last question here in the series, and that's actually our fan-selected question. So before we get to that, Wes, talk to us about your giveaway.
So we have a sweet ESP Swirly Undertaker, and as you can see, it is a nice dark purple blue with a kind of coppery hollow stamp here. Max 170, 172. So not quite max weight, but close. And I think we should do a number of likes for this one, Pat. What should we try and hit?
Oh gosh, Yuli got 200 likes.
Yuli got a lot of likes. Let's set it for 300. I think.
And I think we can get more than the Yuli likes with this one. So 300 likes. We're going to be giving away that Undertaker.
Yeah.
Wes is going to pick out funniest comment, the one that makes Wes laugh the most here.
Yes, I like it.
All right. Bringing us on to that, we're going to go with our fan chosen question. It was from Tyson90, and when this year ultimately leads to a world championship victory for Paul, would this one 5 times be the sweetest or most meaningful because of the sponsorship change? Would it surpass the first one or the sudden death victory over Rick?
Oh, this one, it'll be right there with the first one. I mean, there's so many doubters. And so that I think that's the biggest part, that's what makes it so sweet. And then, I mean, the first one was the same thing. It was so unexpected for so many people to see that reaction and just a community of people that are just like looking on. So that, and then that to me with the disc change and all of that, and just kind of challenging myself more than just going out and playing, challenging myself in a switch here. And overall, I think it made me better. So that's not really a challenge, but now it's just getting out there and performing, because I mean it's so much fun. So I think having that fun aspect will make it so much sweeter too.
Nice. Is the next one kind of always? Some people say the next one's always the sweetest one because the past ones are obviously achieved. So.
I don't think that's true. Because sometimes it just, you forget them. You can't tell which one's which. But like 2013, I don't remember anything about it. The second one, I don't. It was kind of forgettable. But even the Portland one was kind of forgettable because the only storyline was the end about the playoff. And then Pittsburgh, I was back 9 strokes or something, and all of a sudden I was up 9. So from that point on, I remember it. The first one, I don't know, there's parts that I remember of each one, but except the 2013 one, I don't remember any.
Nice.
Okay, so we ready to move on to Wes's favorite part of this, the 10 rapid fire questions that Paul has no clue about. So they always tend to be a little bit goofy and exciting. So why don't you go ahead and hit them with those, Wes?
All right, rapid fire, pretty quick answer. Take a second to think if you need to, but otherwise we'll roll right through these. So kicking it off, who wins a 2v1? Our underground member Nicholas, Carl, and Hannah versus you.
Me.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
I know you're not a big sweets guy.
I wish I could say that.
Favorite one disc round choice from your bag?
Luna.
Favorite state outside of Virginia?
Oh, that one's tough. I really like Colorado. I don't go there much, but I like it. Yeah.
I totally assumed you'd go California. Colorado's a fun one. Number of world titles before you retire?
Probably 9.
Like it. Obviously, we're a little bit past the holidays here, but which is more exciting, McBeast mode or McFeast mode?
McFeast mode or what?
McFeast mode.
Oh, McFeast mode. Both are eating.
I recently started following your brother John on Instagram. Yep. We know the Yuli brothers are both pretty good players. Seems like John's a decent player himself as well. Yep. Who wins a best shot doubles between McBeth brothers and Yuli brothers?
I'd hate to say them, but it'd probably be them. But I think it would be more competitive than they would think.
That'd be a fun one for a video sometime. Yeah. One place that you would like to travel anywhere in the world? Anywhere in the world?
I've always wanted to go to some tropical place. I've always, as a kid, Bora Bora or something like that. Somewhere just, where you can just hang out on the beach and just that crystal clear water. So.
Chillax for a while.
Yeah, not too picky on where though, but that's just the one I know.
If a McBeast was an actual animal, would it be a cat or a dog?
Does it have to be one of those two?
No, it could be something else.
If it had to be one of those two, I'd say dog, but I think it's more of like some kind of bear type and werewolf mixture thing.
Bear werewolf, I like it.
Mixture thing, something like that.
And then our last question, which pro would you like to see us have on next for our underground interview series?
So does that mean it has to be Discraft?
Yep.
If it has to be Discraft, you guys gotta get Nate and see where he's at.
I actually talked to Val, and I'm actually going to be shooting them a message in the next week here. They said they would join, so good one.
Mm-hmm. All right,
so
okay, so now is normally the time that I give you to kind of do your shout outs for anybody that's helped you along the way. Anybody you want to talk to, give yourself a couple minutes. It's all yours, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I mean, first off, thanks for watching. Thanks for having me. And thank you, Discraft, for not only making this possible for me, but for you guys as well. And I hope you guys are excited as I am to get this season started. I know it seems like it's been a long off season, but it's flown by for me. But I'm just ready to get the season started, and I hope we can put on the show for everyone watching and make it live up to the hype that we've built. So.
Heck yeah. I know I'm super excited. I feel like, looking back, as soon as the season starts, it'll feel like the off season was pretty quick, but it definitely feels like it's been a long off season. It kind of started early, and there's just been so much excitement throughout. There's so many great things that have happened this off season.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to all the discs coming out too. I mean, it seems like there's a disc coming out every other week. Hopefully it continues like that because it's a lot of fun.
Never ending hype.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. Well, we've got a goal for this video. We're going for 300 likes. Wes is going to give away that awesome TI Undertaker. You want to throw that up there? ESP Undertaker. Sorry. ESP Undertaker. And obviously, make sure that you're subscribing to the channel by hitting that notification bell so that every time we post another awesome interview or another video, that it pops up on your phone and you know that there's a video for you to watch. So do those things. Comment below to get into the giveaways. And until next time, Wes, most important thing?
Make that putt.
Make that putt.